Hello, this is Low Cost Gunpla Workshop, and I'm Eric. Welcome to the world of Gunpla. Gunpla is the term for Gundam plastic model, which has been developed for over 45 years, made by the Japanese company Bandai to do the modeling. I know that there are many masters on YouTube that they are doing ultra realistic models and with their very high skills and sophisticated tools. And here I'm going to offer you a choice to do your Gunpla with less investment to start with. We can discuss it with starting with some normal home available stationaries to some beginner level tools to do our models. So it is good to new modelers to enter the world of Gunpla. So from some models from other companies, they may be you may see that some the parts are already cut and are contained in pockets, so they are available already to be assembled. But for Bandai Gunplas, they usually come with the whole frame like this. The parts are still in the whole frame, and you got to cut it out by yourself. So this is the one of the very common design of the Gunpla models. And you can now I'm going to talk about some detailed parts that you see in the Gunpla frame. Yes, the structure is like this. The part to assemble to become a model, we call it as the parts. And the framework is we call it the runners. The runners is commonly quite unified as about 2 mm in diameter, and between the parts and the runner you can see there is a small middle part here. We call it the gate. The gate is the thing is the part which holds between the parts and the runners. Okay, we can see it in the actual thing that here is the parts and here is the runner, and the small thing between it, we call it the gate. So the gate is where we are going to cut our parts out from the runner to get our own parts. 30 years ago, when I was a teenager, when I was going to do my Gunpla model, I don't have my own modeling tools, so I just find some home tools to do my Gunpla model. So one of the common thing is the nail clipper, which is easy to find in our home, but its disadvantage is that you can see the nail clipper, the edge is actually curved inward, because to be suitable for cutting our nails, but that is not really a good idea when we are going to cut about some flat parts that the edge may cause some distance from the parts, and it is sometimes not very easy to cut it. To get the edge into the gauge to cut our desired model. So now we are going to have some special tools for models, which is most commonly you can see that it is there are two kinds of model nippers. Yeah, the nippers is for more easily and accurately to cut out the parts from the runners. You can see I have two kinds of nippers on hand. They may look similar, but actually they are different. This one is called a double blade. You can see that both sides of the nipper is a blade, but for this one is called single blade. Just this side is a blade, and the other side is a flat part. So I'm going to explain it to you now. A double blade nipper is like this. You can see that the cutting edge is here, which is quite flat, and both sides are the blades. Yeah, so you can call it as a double blade. And for the single blade, that only one side is a blade, and on the other side is like an anvil or a chopping board that it is flat. So so when we are cutting the parts, just this side of the blade is going down. So what is the difference between those two? The result is different. Here is the sample. When we are using a double blade nipper, the cut ends at the middle as the two blades are going into the plastic. So the cut ends at the middle. But for the single blade, as just the top blade is going down, but the lower chopping board is not going into the plastic, you can see like this. The cut ends at one side of the plastic. That makes the cut ends in different places. And why it is important? Because there is something called whitening of the plastic. When plastic are receiving excess force, it will become white in color. Just like this. This is a gray runner. When I'm exerting excess force on it, you can see that it turns into a lighter color, and this change is not reversible. You can see that there's quite a clear color boundary when I was exerting the bending force, and you can see it becomes white. On one side. So this is called whitening. And this excess force also exists when we are cutting our parts from the runners. The tearing force is causing some whitening at the cut. We call it the nub mark. So we can see there is some mark when we are cutting the parts. So I'm going to show you the nub marks using some spare parts. Okay, this is a single blade. I'm going to cut it here. And okay, I'm going to cut with a single. Okay, I just use a double blade, so I'm going to use the single blade here. Okay, you can see that at the cut in a black part, you can see there's some whiting at the nub mark. Yeah, just like here. You can see there's a whitening. There's a whitening on the nub marks here. So that's because we are exerting excess force on the plastic. So what can we do to avoid it? We are going to use it in a technique called two-step cuts. A two-step cut is the technique we cut our pieces, that we use two cuts. The first cut, we are cutting the gauge close to the runner side. That will cause a whitening to the gauge. But as there is still some distance from the cut to the parts, so the whitening wouldn't get into the part. And then as here the bigger part is removed, they will exert less force when we are going to do the second cut to cut the gate from the parts. That we use our single blade to cut it. So there would be a more clear and exert less force to the parts. So there will be a less obvious whitening to the parts. Here is now I normally do my cutting. First thing is how to hold the frame or the model piece during the cut. There are many ways, and the ways I prefer from learning from the big masters is that we are using our left hand to hold the parts, and then right hand to hold the nippers and coming from beneath, so we clearly see where the blade is and where we are going to cut, and make sure that we are not cutting the wrong thing, like this. This is the part of the thing we want, so we are not cutting here. We make sure that here the 2 mm in diameter, here is the runner, and here is the pass, and we are going to cut at the gate on the middle. So that's how we do it. We hold the pass, so we when we are cutting it, it will not spring or jump to any other places that we have to find it. We hold the parts, and then we cut it close to the runner instead of close to the part, close to the runner, and then we do the first cut like this. Again, I'm going to demonstrate on this one. Yeah, away from the parts and close to the runner. Here. Okay. Now the part is cut from its frame. You can see there is a whitening on the gate. On the gate we cut. We can all see the whitening. And now we use our single blade nipper to cut away the gate. We are cutting to get the same alignment with the parts. Okay, make sure the angle is correct. We don't tilt our blade, and we make sure that we cut it clear, slowly, and in a sharp way. Okay, now the gate is cut. Okay, like this. You can see the by reflection you can see the nut mark, but you don't see very obvious whitening on the nut mark. That's what we desire. Cutting according to the right angle. Here is not a straight line. We do it in a inclined angle. This is the angle we want. See, here they are inclining in purpose. Yeah. Okay, we did the cutting, and you can see there is a a slight whitening, that we can do more action on it. And actually, after cutting, we can also check the parts. The parts is actually like this. So on these two cuts, we can see that these two cuts are actually hide inside the other parts, and even with if we open this, we will not be able to see the cutting place. So the nut mark will not be very obvious, yeah, because it's hidden. So that's the way we cut it out. So that's the way we use our nippers. This is the what we call the two-step cuts. And there is a more advanced case of the Bandai model, which is more advanced for as a newer technology about the gates, which is we call the under gate. So I'm going to point out that normally the gates are extended on the side, from the side of the part, which is normal here, and this is not. This is an under gate. What is an under gate? When we flip it over, we can see that a normal gate is like this. It's extended from the side of the part. But the gate here, it is extended from the bottom part, bottom seam of the part. So because this part is more exposed after we build up the model, they want to hide the number even better. So it would be even less visible to when we are appreciating our model. So they are going to do this undergate design. So for the undergate design, we, instead of using the two-step cut technique, we are going to use the three-step cut technique. So I'm going to demonstrate now. Okay, this is how we do it. Okay, we do the first step cut on the both two-step cut and three-step cut gates. Okay, so here away from the pass and cut the runner side. So this is the first cut. The first cut. Hold the pass and do the first cut. Now the pass is cut out. Okay, here is the part. You can see the gate. You can see the knob here. The knob extends from the side of the pass, and here the knob is extended from the bottom edge of the pass. Okay, so we do a two-step cut here. Okay, getting close to the pass using our single blade, and do our cut. Okay, so for the three-step cut, first time we are aligning just like the two-step cut. We align with the side edge and do the cutting. Here is the step 2. It seems that the knob is gone, but we flip this side, we can still see the knob. So we do the third cut here. To align our blades with the bottom edge, and then cut. do the alignment and then cut. So here you can see the nut mark. The nut mark is on the side, but you don't see the nut mark here because the nut mark is on the bottom edge. So when you are appreciating your model on the side, you wouldn't see the nut mark, but the nut mark is in the more hidden side, the bottom side of the parts. And we can still do more about it to make it even more invisible. So this is the next step we are going to do, and we are going to do it on our next lesson, the sanding of the nut marks. Okay, so if you like the content I share, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and see you in the next lesson. Here is the low-cost Gunpla workshop, and see you next time. Bye bye.